Welcome to this session about dangerous goods in Logtrade Connect. We will start in our documentation site and go to getting started, walk through topics and dangerous goods. We will start look at the settings in the delivery setup where we can automate the creation of dangerous goods data on consignments. We will take a look at the settings on items to define an item as a dangerous goods. And we will also take a look at sea transport definitions. And of course, go through a workflow where we show this functionality. So let's go into Business Central and take a look at the delivery setup. And if we scroll down to the fast tab Other, we can enable the dangerous goods creation on consignments. That's our first step if we want to have an automatic creation of dangerous goods for the first package line that we create on a consignment. And also let's take a look at an item. How do we define an item as being dangerous goods? Well, I have set up this item 1001 chlorine. It's a can of 5 liters. If we go to the related and delivery section, we have dangerous goods for this item. And here I have defined that when we are selling this item with the unit of measure box, regardless of if it's a sea transport or not, we will consider it as a dangerous goods with the code 1017. And if we look at the table behind, this is where we define our dangerous goods types. I have also specified that selling one box of chlorine, that will include 4 cans of chlorine with a total gross weight of 20, net weight and volume. But if I sell it as with the unit measure code pieces, it is the same dangerous goods code, but it contains 1 can. Okay, and here we can also specify if this setting applies to sea transport or not, or if it's regardless of if it's sea transport. And how do we know if it's a sea transport? Well, we have a table called sea transport definitions. This is where we define per shipping agent code, shipping agent service code, and the pickup country code, and the range of postcodes, and the delivery country code, and the range of delivery postcodes. So whenever we use this shipping agent service code, from wherever we deliver, as soon as we deliver to this range of postcodes within Sweden, it will be considered as a sea transport. So that was our 3 settings that we need to do. So let's create some data. I started the role center, create a sales order. And let's use this chlorine item that I have here and sell it as a box. Okay, and create a consignment for it. So I have enabled an automatic creation of consignment package lines which defaults to 1 package and a package type code. And since I have enabled the automatic creation of dangerous goods, I will find the dangerous goods specification linked to the package line. So here you can see we have 4 cans of chlorine, and we have the gross weight, net weight, and volume. I will go back to the settings on the item when we are done with the consignment, because I didn't talk about the quantity limitation. I will come back to that. So let's prepare and print the consignment. So we are sending the dangerous goods information together with the other consignment data. So Logtrade can recognize this is an ADR handling, and if you look at here, we can also see some specifications of the dangerous goods in the way that the carrier wants to have this information presented. So let's go back and talk about limited goods also. When we create a consignment with dangerous goods, we will automatically create the necessary service for it, the dangerous goods service. And in this case, it has one property. If we take a look at that, we have the sea transport false. But let's go back to the item and take a look at the dangerous goods settings. I forgot to mention this quantity limitation. Dangerous goods can be limited. It can also be expected. And if we use limited, we will have a service inserted on the consignment. Instead of dangerous goods, it will be a limited dangerous goods, and we will have the weight specified on the consignment. So, and depending on what carrier and the carrier product you're using, or should I say shipping agent or shipping agent service, you can either use limited or non-limited dangerous goods. So that was all about dangerous goods. Thank you for listening.